Welcome back to Dave and Audrey Does Outdoors. The sun's coming through the trees. Oh man, it's nice to be out again. So we're in the woods, similar spot, it's a spot we know. I had to work late tonight so I couldn't get away, so it's quite close. And I'm not sure if we're going to put the tent in the woods or out on the kind of open bit a little bit. So that was quite a hike up the hill. I weighed my bag, it was over 20 kilograms. So I need to really address that. I mean, we've got plenty of water because I'm going to have some pasta. The winter sleeping bag, so it's going to get below freezing again tonight. It's been frosty the last kind of few mornings, so it's early April. But yeah, so we're just going to have a similar night tonight. We're not venturing far yet. Lockdown's easing, so that's fantastic news. Hopefully everyone's starting to get out and about a little bit more, and feeling that. We're hoping for a bit more of a normal summer this summer, all going well. So I think we'll probably cook in the trees, and I'll leave the tent and I'll just kind of see how we get on. Because we've been up here before, I'm seeing a couple little, not piles, but little bits of gathered wood, so it won't take long to get the wee wood stove alight. I'll spin you around and I'll give you a little view of the evening. Nice. Oh, trust me, I need this. So thanks again for joining us. Remember to give us a wee thumbs up, subscribe if you've not, and thanks for joining me again. So I think we've decided we're going to make the fire in this little bit down here, but we're going to camp in a slightly different spot. We're going to sleep a little bit more exposed. I don't think it's going to be windy tonight, and I fancy seeing if I can wake up to a bit of a kind of sunset. But yeah, I'll just spin you around. You can, I mean, catch the daylight. It's so nice having a bit more light in the evenings before it gets dark, because the old GoPro is rubbish at night, as you'll see later on when I get the little light on. But during the day it's really good. It picks up. The quality is good for an old camera. Gathering a pile of stones from, build up a little bit from a kind of couple of trees that have been blown over, so there's plenty of, it keeps it small. We'll use the ashtray, which dissipates some of the heat off the bottom as well, and that's nicely kind of raised, to be honest with you. Oh man, it's got really still. The sun, there's no, at this time of year still, there's no midges and flies, and I'm just sparingly breaking a piece. You know, it's like a 10p piece size. When it's not windy like this, it just, it's just for speed and ease. Just slowly build up to slightly bigger bits. How steady is that? Before it gets really, really hot, just try and it's better. We've got some vegetarian chilli. It's like chickpea. Oh, there's some naan bread in it. That's interesting. Let's get that out just now. The chickpeas, and Mia made it in cooking. Ooh, looks nice, Mia. Mia made it in cooking because they're back. Get that on that. And then we'll get the, we're having sausage and ham tortellini. Seriously cooking. Nice. Nice with 3 bits of wood in it. A rolling boil. Just get the, put the tortellini in, like so. Bring it back to the use that hot water to rinse that a little bit. It's looking nice, tortellini. Heat that through, chilli, vegetarian chilli. It's looking quite hot, just like that. Give it a couple of seconds more, mix it through that. Maybe done a little bit more sauce, but we're not complaining at that. A little bit of cheese, and a little bit of chutney, because anything to do with chilli, I need chutney on it. I think we'll just let that fire go out and start that later on once we've got the tent up. Don't need it on just now, it's nice and warm. Let's see. Really nice. I'm going to, what do you make of that? Tortellini. And Mia's vegetarian chickpea, kidney bean, sweet corn. Well done, Mia. I'm going to sit and enjoy that. Anyway, my American followers, Iron Brew, is made for girders. bottle. Right, let's see it. I got a new water bottle. It's got a big open neck, so it's easy to fill up from streams. Over 20 kilograms my rucksack weighed coming in tonight. A couple of litres, over 2 litres of liquid, which is a kilogram each. My winter sleeping bag, it's a few kilograms. That sun's gorgeous. So, get that coffee on. Tonight I'm going to dedicate tonight's little movie to our Aunt Winnie, who is a magical person. She's 93 and lives up in Crail, and she's just fantastic. Honestly, words can't describe how much I love her and the family love her. She's known us all our lives, and she's just amazing for 93. So, big love to Aunt Winnie up in Crail. And when I'm having my coffee, I'll tell you a couple of tales of our Aunt Winnie. So we're liking this little coffee device. Really simple to use. We just fill that with coffee, and then pour the boiling water over it, and it should you get a nice bloom off that. It's Colombian. So my Aunt Winnie, it was Aunt Winnie and Aunt Irene, but my Aunt Irene passed away a wee while ago. She was my godmother, bless her. But Irene and Winnie are two absolute angels, just not a bad bone in their body, and a real inspiration to all. So, but yeah, Winnie and my Aunt Irene lived a great life. They spent years out in America way back in the 60s, and they went and saw Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack, and lived in New York, but went down to Florida a lot and lived out there for years. Irene and Winnie would make friends wherever they went, and bless Winnie, she keeps in touch with friends of, probably 50, 60, 70 even years. It's amazing. So here's to my Aunt Winnie, bless. And she's on the internet, she's probably watching this right now. She got a laptop a few years ago, and managed to get her head around laptops, technologies. So she's on YouTube, and she was watching Mia and I do the chain walk little video, and she was getting herself all stressed out watching Mia on the chain and everything. Brilliant. Here's to family. I am absolutely blessed to have such a lovely family. I'm one of 5. So there's John, my big brother, myself, Andy Gordon, and my little sister Jill. So if you're watching, love you all. blessed to have such a good family. And my kids, Ruby, Louie and Mia, and April, just feeling blessed. Absolutely blessed. A pudding tonight. A caramel pot of joy. Oh, looks interesting. Something sweet. It's getting chilly. I'm going to find a spot for the tent, and I think we'll pitch on the outside of the wood because we've slept here. Well, it's not going to be windy, but it's going to be pretty cold. You'll get more shelter in the tree, so I don't know. We'll take a walk up and have a look. We're going to stick the tent in this little spot just for something different. Okay, that's us. I thought I heard Audrey say something there. She's in the back. So yeah, just a bit more exposed out here, which is cool. I'm going to get the fire on. It's getting dark. It's not. It looks like it's going to be still, but cold. So again, we might get a bit of condensation. So I've opened up the back vent. We'll keep the top vents open and see. For a single night, you're never overly bothered. And aye, that's it there. Nice spot. She's kind of sniffing about. I've got my couple of extra guy on in case the wind picks up, just to stabilise the cross pole. But yeah, check out my other videos. Lots of reviews on the Scarp 1 now. I think the tarp tents are becoming really popular, even more popular than they were. So yeah, I've had this one out a few times now, so check out my other videos. And now that we're out of lockdown, I'm planning to start getting a bit further afield again, get up north, get up into the Highlands, get up into the proper hills. But at least tonight it's going to probably be certainly sub-zero, so me and the dog cozied up in the tent. This is the winter inner, so it's kind of half solid mesh. So again, double porch in the Scarp, so you can just put some storage on one side, which is handy. And it's actually a really spacious one-person tent. Come on. Oh, she's going to be nice and cosy. So with the winter inner, you're probably about 10 degrees, between 5 and 10 degrees warmer. So it does help when it's kind of sub-zero. I'm going to put a couple more little poles up on the ends. I'll show you them later on. I see you. I know. You love getting out with your dad, don't you? And I love getting out with you as well. You're going to wash my face for me. That's handy. Hi. I know. You're in good form tonight. She's a nice big tummy full of food. It's so nice to have a bit of evening light. There was a big deer, I think a buck, sort of barking. So she's like hyper vigilant. God, it's so nice to a little bit of bird song, 8:30 at night. Tent's well set up. I've not got my sleeping bag up. A couple of big deer down that way, down the back of the hill in the woods. but come a few weeks won't be able to come up here because of the midges and the flies. So I'm just making the most of it just now. I'm going to get the fire on again just for a wee hour. There's loads of it. I don't think I can use it all up, but there's tons. And the good thing about the wee twig stove, like I keep saying, is just like it's really economical in the wood. So you don't need to burn half the forest for a decent little fire and a little bit of a light and a heat. So we'll do that for an hour. Again, I've put it on a kind of bed of stone, so it's right off the ground. Don't be too careful. There. There's not much of a wind, you can see it's going that way. Just got a wee light. The wood's nice and dry for the first fire of dry wood that I've had in months, which is such nice pleasure. That's us. She's as snug as a bug in a rug. Great night. I'm not sure if the microphone hasn't been working earlier on. I'm not sure because I just realised I think it might have kind of switched off. So anyway, not to worry. Great night. Nice tea, nice fire, nice time. My heart seems quite settled tonight. I don't think we're going to get too windy. Might get a wee bit condensation. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's really quite still out there. And it's, I don't know, it's not freezing, but it'll be cold overnight. There's a few stars and stuff. So listen, thanks again for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch up with you in the morning. That's some view to wake up to. Sunrise. Absolutely stunning right across the sea. Just some birds, some geese. Reached ourselves. Oh, I'm going to have a little coffee and sit and enjoy the view. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. That's why you push yourself, get organised, get out. All the stress, because it's getting organised, it's tons and tons of stuff, but wow, fantastic. Still cold, but I don't think it actually dropped below freezing last night. There must have been a bit more cloud in the sky, so I think we're going to get a little bit of sun, so we're just enjoying the woods. Going to get a coffee. That's some view to wake up to. Nice. I put a little bit of fleece around my gas canister because it doesn't like waking up and being really cold. That was an old bit of sleeping bag. That'll warm her up. She's always a bit chilly before she eats. There's a lot of deer that roam about these woods, so you need to watch the ticks. The wee pocket rocket, the jet boils, you get knockoff jet boils. What are they called? I can't remember. But you can get them for about £30. And but the versatility over this, and you can get a cooking pot on it. You're a bit stuck to, although you can use it just as a burner, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not going to replace it. A sleeping bag, a smaller, lighter weight sleeping bags next on my big purchase, but that's for next winter. We're heading out the winter now, so you get this nice coffee bloom. Here's to my Aunt Winnie and family. So for ease, I'm just having one of these little high protein oaty breakfast drinks and a couple of oranges and a coffee. Perfect, nice and light in the morning. Vanilla flavour. They're just £1. You get a wee boost. It's good. That's been an absolutely fantastic sunrise. What a pleasure to be outside in the morning at 6. I missed the first kind of sort of 10 minutes. I thought it'd be about 7. I should have actually checked, but not to worry. It's been absolutely stunning. I was like, when you're carrying your water bottles, always make sure that you've got your lids on right. Sometimes if you're in haste or in the dark, sometimes you can put a lid on wrong, lose valuable water, particularly up here. There's no water up in the hills, so up this high. You could find some actually if you really dug. But worth if you're getting into it as well, it's like doing your research around kind of, this nests into there. What's going to be light? What do I need before you start spending money on getting outside? Because you just keep on spending and spending and spending. It's unreal. And there's always something that you can upgrade. I mean, a lot of these guys on YouTube seem to be buying tents every second day, which is cool. But some of the tents are like £400 or £500. I'm really trying to kind of just make do with what I've got. I mean, I'm really lucky. Don't get me wrong. I invested in the Scarp One last summer, which has been a great tent. That'll kind of last in all weathers, which is great. But again, the Lanshans, and there's all sorts of like really good tents that, you can batten down in the winds. You don't need to be four season, Right. That is sun view, sunrise. She's gone back to her bed, she's chilled. I was just sitting here thinking how many weekends I wasted with hangovers growing up in Scotland, kind of really just kind of, you know, learning to have fun with alcohol being involved most of the time, especially around your weekends. So it's crazy, even nights like tonight, last night, you know, no alcohol at all. Wake up, great. Honestly, totally recommend kind of having some time off and just seeing if you can adjust. You think you're going to miss something that's really special and really important, but the gains and what you gain from stepping away, and for me it was about stopping completely. You know, at times probably drinking far too much and then smoked for years and crazy, so nice to be drinking no alcohol for the last few years, and that's the plan for the next few years certainly. So that's my new little carving set that I got from April for my birthday. 4 different blades, spoon gouge, really nice, really seems really good quality. It came with a couple of a little pair of kind of safety gloves as well. Still in its kind of wrapping. I've not really had it out, I've not had the time. I think as well for me it's about having the kind of creative headspace, and just with work and everything else it's just been quite difficult, so I need to get a wee hour up here. It's been really nice this morning, I've not been in a rush to get home, so I've just chilled out with her and we're going to slowly get packed up. One of the most important bits of gear for me are earplugs. Really cheap, Amazon, eBay, a couple of £, but when you're not used to sleeping outside, if you're doing it once or twice every week consistently, year on year and year, I'm sure you get used to it. But because I'm out every kind of once a week at the most, and because I don't sleep that well, these help to shut down any external noise. Right folks, that's us. Thanks again for tuning in to Dave and Audrey Does Outdoors. A little flat patch, leaving no trace. I tidied up the little twig stove this morning, so again just threw away the stones, not a single scar or mark left, which is always nice. No rubbish, a little bit of flat grass, but that was absolutely superb, and what a lovely morning. It's been nice to have a couple hours around camp, just chilling out and taking a few pictures, a little bit of video, but having a couple of coffees with her and some breakfast. Properly relaxing, which has been well needed. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed tonight's little vid. Very much for my Aunt Winnie and my family, so thank you again for tuning in. Remember to do all the bits and pieces. Subscribe if you've not already. Okay, alright, just wants to... Okay, I know. Thanks again for joining us. Take care till the next time.